Hi everybody, my name is Shanna. Thank you for being here today. This class is a 20-minute spicy yoga finisher. So the idea here is this is a finisher. It's intended to finish your workout. So if you're in this class, I'm going to assume you've already gotten your heart rate up, your muscles are warm, you've already worked up a sweat, and you're good to go. Because this class includes very little warm-up. We do one sun salutation as our warm-up. So if you're not quite warm and ready to go, hop out and try another class. And it's a spicy finisher because this is not 20 minutes of cool down stretching. This is not that kind of class. This is to give you that last little oomph when you're trying to work some yoga into your regular workout routine. So if you're ready, get your mat, get your water. If you want to turn on some music, go for it. I won't have any music behind me in this class, so turn on whatever you'd like. And we're going to get started right at the top of our mat and just dive right into it. So come to standing at the top of your mat. Your feet are right below your hips, hip distance apart. Feel all four corners of your feet root down. The crown of your head is stacked right over your spine, which is stacked right over your tailbone. Everything is reaching up and active. Open your collarbones nice and wide. Let your shoulder blades come together and down your back. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, send everything up, breathe in. And exhale, you can bow or swan dive all the way down, forward fold. Inhale brings your hands to your shins or your fingertips to your mat into a halfway lift. Your core is engaged. You're making a number 7 shape. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Find yourself in high plank. Take one breath in here. And one breath out, lower down either all the way to your belly or just halfway to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Press through the tops of your feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here in your downward dog. We'll stay here for about 3 breaths. Get yourself situated. Deep breath in and out. Another breath in and out. One more breath in. Exhale, drop your knees down to the mat. Find yourself in tabletop. Shoulders stacked right over wrists. Hips stacked right over knees. Inhale, drop your belly. Lift your tailbone. Lift your chin. Breathe in, cow. Exhale, round your spine. Tuck your chin, tuck your pelvis, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to neutral. Tuck your toes, press right back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, tiptoe or step your feet all the way up to meet those hands. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, roll all the way up. Send your fingertips up, send your gaze up. And exhale, hands come down to heart center. Diving right into our sequence. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale, bow or swan dive, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out. Plant your hands. This time, step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. High plank. Hold here. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. Engage your core. Feel everything engaged from your toes all the way up your body, all the way up your core, all the way to those hands. Feel all 4 corners of the palms of your hands pressing into the mat. One breath in. Exhale, lower down, either halfway to chaturanga or all the way to your belly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll move through a sequence slowly the first time and then more quickly the second time through. So this first time through, inhale, lift your right leg up, 3-legged dog. Press through your right heel. You don't want to be opening up your hips, stacking your right hip up in the sky. Close it down so that both hips are even to the ground. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Draw your knee to your nose. Shoulders over your wrists. Step your right foot through in between your hands or help it through in between your hands. Dial your back heel down so your back foot is at a 45-degree angle on your mat. Press all the way up as you breathe in. Warrior 1. Squeeze your biceps back around your ears. Tuck in those floating ribs so they're not flaring out. Keeping your core engaged. Breath in. Breath out. Drop your hands down behind your back. Clasp your fingertips together and send that single fist directly down to the earth. Again, keeping those floating ribs engaged. One breath in here. One breath out, humble warrior. Keeping your hips nice and square. Don't open up your hips to the side. Send your right shoulder inside of your right knee. Your fist can raise up to the sky or stay resting on your sacrum. You choose. Breathe here. Imagine the crown of your head reaching down toward the earth. One breath in. As you exhale, release your left hand down to the mat next to your right foot. Spin your back heel up to the sky so you're on the ball of your back foot. Send your right hand up into this low lunge with a twist. Gaze up at your right fingertips. Breath in. Breath out. One last breath in. As you exhale, point all 10 toes over to the right. Start to drop your hips down and drop your hands so your thumb is pointing at the sky. This is a horizon lunge. Stay here for a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, press into your feet, lifting your hips up high, sending your right bicep up next to your ear, making this big rainbow shape. One more breath in. As you breathe out, rotate all 10 toes back towards the front of your mat. Plant your right hand so you're in this low lunge. Take one breath in here. As you breathe out, straighten your front leg to the degree that you can. Fold over that leg, relaxing your forehead towards your shin. Breath in, breath out. One more breath in. As you exhale, rebend your front knee. And inhale, lift your hands right up, crescent lunge. You're high on the ball of your back foot. Front leg is bent to the 90. Inhale. As you exhale, let your palms come together, making a steeple out of your fingertips. And inhale, trace that steeple fingertip back along the ceiling, finding a little bit of a back bend. And exhale, bring your hands right back down to your mat. Step back to your high plank and press right back, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. We'll do the other side nice and slow before we pick up the pace. One last breath in here and one last breath out. Inhale, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog. Press through your heel, keeping your hips squared down. Last breath in, breath out, knee comes to your nose, shoulders shift over your wrists. Step or help your left foot through in between your hands. Breath in, breath out, dial your back heel down at a 45. Inhale, lift all the way up, warrior one. You're pulling back on your left hip crease to continue squaring those hips towards the front of the room. Breath in, breath out, hands clasped behind your back. Send that fist down to the earth, engage your floating ribs. Inhale and exhale, send that left shoulder inside of your left knee. Humble warrior. Breath in. As you exhale, release your hands. Plant your right hand just inside your left foot. Come up high on the ball of your back foot. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Low lunge with a twist. Breath in. Breath out. One more breath in. Point all 10 toes over to the left. Drop your hips down. Send your thumb up towards the sky. You're pressing through all four corners of your palm and your left foot. And your back leg is straight and active. Inhale, press into that foot, press into that palm. Make a big rainbow shape from your heel all the way to your fingertips. Breath in and breath out. Rotate your 10 toes towards the front of your mat. Plant your hand. Now you're in this low lunge. From here, inhale, straighten your front leg. Press through the ball of your back foot, folding over that leg to the best that you can. And if that leg doesn't straighten all the way, that's okay. Take a breath in. Breath out, rebend your front knee. Inhale, arms lift up and overhead into high crescent. Inhale. Exhale, palms come together, make your steeple shape. Inhale, trace those fingertips back along the ceiling, finding a little back bend. And exhale, plant your hands. Step back, lower down this time, halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, breath out. Inhale, look up to your hands. Exhale, tiptoe, walk or step all the way up to meet your hands. Breathe into a halfway lift. Breathe out into your forward fold. Let an inhale roll you all the way up. Stack one vertebrae on top of the other. Send your arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Breath in and breath out. And let your hands come down to your sides. We're going to do that again much more quickly, moving one breath to one motion. Except for maybe a few holds here and there, I'll walk you through it. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, plant your hands, step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Here we go. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your right foot through. Dial your back heel down at a 45. Inhale, up, warrior one. Exhale, hands drop behind you. Inhale, send that fist down, open your chest. Exhale, humble warrior. We're going to stay here for a breath in. Exhale, plant your left hand next to your right foot. Inhale, come up high on the ball of your back foot, reach up. Exhale, all 10 toes point to the side, drop your hips. Inhale, big rainbow shape. Exhale, up on all 10 toes point forward, plant your hands. And exhale, fold over that straight front leg. Stay for a breath in. Breath out, rebend your front leg. Inhale, arms come up and overhead, high crescent. Exhale, make your steeple fingers. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to a high plank and press back, downward facing dog. Breath in and breath out. Other side, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your left foot through. Dial your back heel down. Inhale, chest up, warrior one. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, send that fist down, open your chest. Exhale, humble warrior. Stay here for one breath in. Exhale, plant your right hand next to your left foot. Come up high on the ball of your back foot. Twist open. Exhale, all 10 toes point to the left. Drop your hips, drop your left hand. Inhale all the way up, nice rainbow shape. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat. Stay for a breath in. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Fold over that front leg. Stay for a breath in. Breath out, rebend that front leg. Inhale, your lift up, high crescent. Exhale, steeple fingers. Inhale, back bend, trace that finger along the sky. And exhale, plant your hands. Step back to high plank and stay here in high plank. We're going to hold here for just a few breaths. Feel yourself engaged from head to toe. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. Lift your kneecaps. Breath in. Breath out, drop your knees down to the earth, back to that tabletop shape. Drop your belly, lift your chin into cow. Exhale, round to cat. One more time, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Drop your bum all the way back to your heels. We're going to move into camel for a little bit of back bend work. So come up onto your knees, kneeling high, shoulders stacked over hips, stacked over knees. To start this, tuck your back toes. You can untuck them later on if you don't need it. But for this first foray into camel, you're going to start by planting your hands as if you were going to put them in the back pocket of your jeans. The other option is to really hook your thumbs right across that fleshy part of your behind. Take a breath in. As you exhale, you press your hips forward. Your hips stay over your knees. We're not leaning back like this. We lose that line. Hips stay over your knees. Press your hips forward. Use your hands to press your hips forward. Peel your elbows back and start to gaze up at the ceiling. Finding a little bit of a back bend, lifting your sternum up towards the sky. Breath in. Let an exhale slowly lift you up. You can untuck your toes, drop your hips all the way back into this variation of child's pose with our legs alongside one another. Breath in, breath out. Lift yourself all the way back up. And we're going to take it a little further if you want to. If you liked where we were before, you can plant your hands and continue to lean back just like that, finding that back bend. Or you can take your right hand, reach back for your right heel, keeping it tucked or untucked, you choose. Sweep that left arm up and over. We'll do this one side at a time. Take a breath in, breath out, sweep back up, sweep right around. Left hand, left heel, press your hips forward. Right arm sweeps up and overhead. Breath in, breath out, lift back up to center. Last option here, you can do any of those variations we've done already, or you can reach for both heels. So you can take one hand back to your heel. And if one hand is enough and that's all you can do, you can reach that hand up and over, or you can bring it palm to heart, thumb to heart center, or you can reach back with the opposite hand, pressing your sternum up towards the ceiling, pressing your hips forward. Breath in, breath out. Maybe walk your hands up to your hips to gently lift you all the way up. This time, toes together, knees slightly wide, all the way into child's pose. Set your forehead down on your mat. Extend your arms. Breathe here for a breath in and a breath out. Lift yourself up just enough so you can take your left hand, slide it underneath your right armpit. Set your left ear on the mat. Reach your right arm up and overhead into this child's pose with a twist. You can stay just like this. If you want a little more, you can reach your right arm up to the sky and maybe let it drape over your back. Wherever you're at in this child's pose, unwind, lift up your right arm, set your right hand right in front of your face, press yourself up, set your left hand down on your mat so you can snake your right arm underneath your left armpit, set your right ear on your mat, reach your left hand out. And if you liked that variation with your left arm reaching up or draping over your back, those are both options. Unwind, plant your left hand in front of your face. Press into both hands and just sit down, swing your legs all the way around so you can come flat onto your back for just a few minutes of Shavasana. Let your feet fall to the edges of your mat so that your toes are falling away from your body. Press your elbows into your mat so you can tuck your shoulder blades under and roll back down so your arms will naturally fall away from your body. Take these last few minutes to finish up your workout and seal this practice and give yourself a moment of gratitude for what you accomplished today. Gently start to wake up your body, or maybe roll out your wrists, roll out your ankles. Roll onto your side and press into your hands to lift yourself all the way up to a seat. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position. Set your hands down on your knees for a grounding and calming energy. We'll take one last breath in and out. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thanks for being here. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to answer questions or take requests for the future. But I hope this yoga finisher helps you finish out an awesome workout. Thanks.